Thank you so much, Hitubai. Next, Angieben, who is a dedicated sadhak and has a very unique and diverse background. She studied everything from criminal justice and attained an MBA from the University of Michigan, but she's always in the constant service of our devotees, and today we ask her to speak about our Guru, Dinkar Uncle.
सच्चानंद स्वामी महाराज ने जय, अक्षर पुरुषोत्तम महाराज ने जय, दिनकर अंकल महाराज ने जय जय जय. Happy Gurupoornima to everybody, and also, of course, to Dinkar uncle. It was just interesting. I know we've been talking about all our gurus, and we have pictures of over 60, gurus here. And so when Dinkar uncle came in, he touched each single one of them. He went on to each single picture, over 60, and, did his Jai Somnaran. So. I feel very fortunate to be in this tradition of Swaminarayan, Gunatit Samaj saints. And I have to say that while I always believed in God, the difference in my life of having a live saint, a Pragat saint, there's like a marked difference in my life from when I came across him in particular. For example, that while I've always known that God was watching me, helping me, taking care of me, and even, I've had incidents, as I'm sure a lot of us have, where God has sent someone, to help take care of us maybe in a certain situation, or that was for me, for sure. I had help come along the way. I also felt, I had kind of, in my search for, spiritual attainment, I had read, I was reading, our Hindu scriptures, also, other scriptures as well, but for me, the Hindu scriptures were important, in the Upanishads, the Vedas, and everything. And what was interesting to me was, there's a lot of description of God, not by what he is, but by what he is not. So I thought that was really interesting, right? It just leaves a lot that's open to interpretation. And, it was basically that God was kind of, in my mind, whoever I perceived him to be, and it was very limited by the boundaries of my imagination, by the boundaries of my own understanding. Again, this is my journey, and we're not representative of others, but I'm telling you how important my guru is to me. When I met Dinkar uncle, I think it was really easy to see that, I didn't really have to ask any more questions. I didn't have to search anymore. He knew all the answers. And I think that's readily obvious because if you ask him a question, he's not looking up anything. He's not calling anyone to ask. He's not doing any researching. He knows. And I just found that really, for my spiritual progress, that was amazing, right? I no longer had to interpret everything, but I had a representation of not, what divinity looked like, of what divinity acted like and prescribed, but also I was finally able to really understand, to have an idea of God's intention, of what those scriptures meant, and what Bhagwan has prescribed. So for me, this lineage of this Pragat saints and this Gunatit Samaj is incredible. So not only did I have the benefit of my own guru, I now had the association of so many more. So many more through our lineage. I think it's normal to want to feel that, there is one, there's an only one, because definitely, they're unique. But I feel that the most interesting part of Gunati Samaj, or one of the most interesting facts, is that it is non-discriminatory in that regard. Every single style of personality that a person can have can be, can attach to a guru. And an elevated guru, an ekantik bhakta, who will take your charge and take your hand and will ensure that you complete the path, if not in this lifetime, then in another. Another amazing thing about having a guru in this tradition was that we have a lot of different titles. We have pujas, we have param pujas, we have sadgurus, and I think they're commonly used in a lot of different groups, and they all indicate that they're highly respected, highly elevated spiritual person. And for me, the concept of a Sadguru in this Samaj, as they use it in this Samaj, is it's also very unique to me. That even if we have a Guru or a Guru Hari, and again in this Samaj, we're really lucky that most of us will have a direct connection with that Guru. That we still have this notion of a Sadguru, someone who's there, right? Sadguru is, can be interpreted as, I would say, somebody who shows us the path of truth. And so I think that's really kind of amazing, somebody who's our intermediary. And I would say, for me in particular, one of my Sadgurus, I would guess, I would say would be Kusumba. Because if I think about it, seeing her has really showed me what true devotion looks like. She was able to recognize a guru in her brother-in-law. This was before all of the, before most people could. She realized he was different. She spent her entire day, I would, say even now, she still tries to spend every moment trying to do a seva for him. That's pretty incredible. And so I think that left to my own devices, I would be sitting around twiddling my thumbs, maybe reading a Hindu scripture and interpreting it to my own accord. But having a guru and having the company of everybody here is, it is completely different. So kind of one of my takeaways from, also this is that in this company, we want to, I think the importance of having a Sadguru and really, this notion also of having two Bhagavadis who show us, who we are to see divinity in and being able to work with each other and be able to see divinity in each other, that if we truly believe that our Guru is working, is the master and controller of all and is able to work through everybody, then yes, I would like to see that divinity in all and have, really keep everybody, as a Sadguru and be able to take positive of all. But in addition to all of those titles, the one that I hadn't heard yet was a Brahma Swarup. And to think that they can make anyone, a Brahmarup is, that was really something unfathomable, right? So the notion, having that kind of boom, I feel, it's not that attainable without a Pragat Guru. And I think that notion of having that Pragat Guru is so strong in our sampradaya that if you look at our lineage, most of our gurus had two gurus in their lifetime. So for example, Kakaji had Shastriji Maharaj, and then he had Yogi Bapa. Bhagatji Maharaj had Gopalanand Swami, and then Gunatitanand Swami. Sonaba, right, she had Shastriji Maharaj, and then she accepted Kakaji and Papaji. So, this to me indicates, yes, we are fortunate that we are surrounded by these Brahma Sarups, but also kind of it reiterates how important this day is for us. This is truly one of the most important days of the year for us because having a Pragat Guru means we have the actual opportunity to do something, to get a command, to understand the inner wish, and to tune in with his or her, right, innermost wishes and ajnas for us. And I remember there was a morning sabha from 2015 in which Dingar uncle had said, you know, as a devotee, we want to give God the things, if we want to give him whatever we like, right? Because that's what we like. That's okay for Bhagwan. It is not okay for the Guru. The saint, let me take that back, sorry. It's okay for Bhagwan, but it's not okay for a saint. The saint has his, he's bound by being the very nature of a saint. So he cannot like whatever it is that we like, not everything that we like. So I think that in order, again, to truly please and understand him, we have to, Dingar uncle's been saying lately, hey gunatit, karo gunatit. And so as my guru, I feel Dingar uncle has, from my perspective, the most difficult task at all, in which he's going to make me Brahmarup. And while I'm confident that I will get there, it's not because of my efforts, but because of his capabilities. So my sincere prayer today is that I am cooperative and do not make his task harder. Sajanan Somarajini Jai.